Hi, my name is Albert Mendoza, and I've been custodian for Sanger Unified for 50 years. And what it means to retire, I'll find out. I mean, it's going to feel good, not coming to work, and just enjoying life one day at a time.
And so what do you think you're going to miss? What are you going to miss?
The main thing I'm going to miss is the kids, interacting with them and, seeing them. And I know they will too, so, being around 50 years, that's...
So you don't have any plans as of yet for your retirement?
Not right now, as of yet. No, I don't.
Anything you want to say to the community?
You'll see me around. You'll see me around. I'm still going to do my walking. I'll still be walking, and, I'll be around. I'll still be around.
Good evening, everyone. This is such a special night. So excited to be part of the special night for you, Albert. Tonight when I was sitting at my table, I was looking at all the posters around here, and I loved what one of them said about you being the quiet hero of the school. And I couldn't have agreed with that more. When I saw that, I was like, that is perfect of exactly what Albert is the quiet hero. And not just for Jefferson and the Jefferson community, but for our district. So you really exemplify, Albert, all that our students in Sanger Unified deserve. They deserve someone who's dedicated, caring, has a joy and pride for all of the work that you do, and also being very humble about everything that you do. And that has reached across not only the generations of the students that you've impacted by being here, but also all of the colleagues that come here tonight. All of your colleagues that have come here. All of your colleagues that are here tonight that see you, and I know that we all strive to model those qualities that you have that are so strong for all of us here. And now you've devoted so much of your time here to Sanger Unified, 50 years, and it's time to now devote all of the time to Gloria and your beautiful family, your cutest little grandsons there, and so we're very, very proud. We're going to miss you, but we know where you live. And, we know you're really close to where we are, and sometimes I'll see you and Gloria on your walks in the morning, so we'll be running outside to say hi to you. So again, thank you so much for your dedicated service to all of our students and for Sanger Unified, and we're very proud of you. We're going to miss you. Thank you.
Express my gratitude for being invited to speak, and I was very excited to do this until I heard it's going to be during the Dodger game. You're a Dodger fan, right? Because if you're not, the speech is going to get very short. Began to prepare for the speech and started to figure different ways to find points and information that could highlight Albert's life. So I went through his personnel file. And then HR caught me and they said, you can't use that stuff. That's confidential. So nonetheless, appreciated all the wonderful things. We think about every new employee that comes to the district and how many employees we have now. One of the things we try to remind everyone, from bus drivers to classroom teachers to administrators to individuals in payroll and child nutrition, is you can touch a child's life from wherever your workstation is. And you are a prime example of the kind of individual who touches a child's life and makes the difference. And that ripple will go for generations forward. You are making a difference, and you have made a difference. Children who have come through here year in and year out. So thank you for that wonderful legacy. And you're a big reminder to us to be that sort of impact on every child that we have in our district. You set a very high standard for us, and it is up to us now to hold that standard. One particular story that you, and how you impacted a child's life, is a story that Mark Johnson would tell when a former student came back and told their child how he looked to you as a grandfather, or as a father figure throughout his entire childhood at Jefferson. And as he brought his child, he said, "This is your grandfather." That's a big impact. There are some times that people don't have that kind of emotional connection to something. That is the reflection of the kind of person you are and the heart that you carry every single day. It's important that we remember that about you. I want to also tell a little about the legacy you're going to leave. And the fact that you ran over to the switches to turn on the lights. I'm going to tell a story about the NPR. Now, when we built this NPR and we created this opportunity, we saw your excitement, the enthusiasm, how you took care of it. We were ecstatic to see that smile on your face. And we were even more excited when you let everybody else in into the space. So we appreciated that commitment to this space, to this facility, to this school site being the jewel in this community. Thank you for being that. One particular piece that I remember, I think it was Muhammad Ali who says, the rent we pay for being in existence on this earth is service to others. And that's where you are, providing that connection and that service to everybody, not only within the school, but within the neighborhood. They know you as someone they can count on, they can go to for help. You remind me of someone who is an incredible, hardworking individual, someone who's very kind. You are a father figure. You are a role model to all of us. Albert Mendoza, you made a difference for us. Sangre Unified is a better place because of you. I appreciate your commitment and your dedication, and it's going to be very, very hard to forget you. Thank you for your service.
It's my turn. I'm going to share a couple things about Albert. And Mr. Martinez, I agree with you on when the lights went off, I thought it was time to go home and watch the game. I was like, yes, God is good. There's a power outage, but no. But I'm going to share a little bit about the first time that I met Albert was in 1986. I was subbing as a substitute custodian. And I come in, and we were working on the floor crew. And I said, hey, we're here to strip your floors and everything. He comes up, you know what? I don't care about the other schools, but I care about this school. They're real serious. And so we're stripping the floors, and I don't like it, do it again. And I look at him, and I'm like, who is this short Freddie Fender guy? But he was so serious about that, and he wanted his school always to look good. And that was the piece that I was like, man, this guy. And it was like, let me see. Oh yeah, that looks good. Okay, go ahead, go to the next room. And afterwards we were like, never met a custodian like that, Albert. And I think as time went on, I got hired, but I would always come to you and talk to you and pick your brain. And you would always share, do the best that you can, because that reflects your work ethic. And I never forgot that. And I always remember. And so we would hang out. And you guys didn't know that. I don't think you guys know this, but do you guys know that Albert was a drummer? Yeah. At the football games. Remember we'd go to the football games? I had no talent. The Sangre Apache had that theme song, and Albert had this one drum, and we'd sit there, and he would just hit it. Ta, 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 ta. And I'd be, pause, trying to go with the flow of the team. And he'd be like, that's my style. Ta, 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 ta. And all right, that's cool, But that's what he did. You'd hear it from the sidelines, you'd be like, yeah, that's my dad right there. Oh my God. But awesome. One of the things that I think I look at, and piggyback on Mr. Martinez, was a legacy. That you touched a lot of kids, but not just the kids, but also employees. We're going to have kids that go through the school. We don't know. We don't know what home life is like for some of these kids. But when they came to Jefferson, they looked at you, and I know you helped a lot of those kids. I came to, I think it was Matt and Batties to come and look, and I saw Albert dressed up as a female dancer doing, I think it was called Respect. And he's out there dancing, it was in the old MP Art, and I'm like, what the heck is this guy doing? And at the end, I'm like, what are you doing? He goes, you do whatever it takes for the kids. Whatever it is to put a smile on their face, you do it. And that's the same thing that I would always share. Okay, I would tell me, I ain't going that far. I'll do whatever it takes. You know? So I know honestly, 50 years I used to think, I'm gonna try to get to be with Albert. He's at 45, I'm gonna try to get there. Now he's at 50, I'm like, heck no, let it be. But thank you for all you do. Truly appreciate it. Mr. Martinez said, well, you're gonna be missed. I called you the other day, I said, what's your next chapter? What did I say? I said, school board. You're like, heck no. But not to forget, I think the other person to keep in mind is Gloria, because now you've got him home all day. Bye, Dios. But Albert, thank you very much, and may the Lord bless you in your next chapter, and thank you for all that you do. Not only for Senator.
And you have all your material prepared, and the accent whenever you steal it. That's me right now. Thanks, guys. You cross off the Dodger one, Albert. That's how much you mean to me. I'm here right now. But no, these guys have said a lot of great things. And I remember when I came into the district, you always heard about this guy, Albert Mendoza, the custodian. Now we're like, who is that guy? He gets a lot of talk about it. And it wasn't until I came here that I really learned about Albert Mendoza. And Superintendent Navo at the time said, if you want to know what's going on at the school, you talk to Albert Mendoza. He'll tell you. He'll give you the pulse of the campus, talk to you about the kids, and learn the families that way. And between Albert and Miss Duenas, I think I know all of San Diego. And I know their life stories. But it's just been great. Albert, I want to share something. If you guys don't know, Albert doesn't do social media. So Albert, it was posted on the Sanger scene. Your retirement was happening, and you say, you know what? Albert doesn't check Facebook, so let me check it for him. So before I came tonight, I looked it up. On the Sanger scene post, your retirement post has 411 likes, 96 comments, and 51 shares. So Cheryl can get into the analytics of what that means. That's a lot. That's a lot. And I just want to share with you some things on there, because I know you won't read them, but I just want you to hear them. This is people from the community that you've impacted. You're going to be known for your daily walks, cruising in his blue truck, for being the #1 Raider fan, did what was needed for students, and making the best salsa. That was my wife's here, and I had to apologize to her for that, because hers is pretty good, but yours is still an exception. Some comments that were on there that I thought really summed up and summed you up, Albert. They want to thank you for remembering me when I was a child. And this is an adult putting that on there. You've been a blessing during our most difficult times. And you are the heart of Jefferson. And I'm happy for you, but I'm heartbroken for the amount of kids you've impacted in this school, in this community. And so my challenge out there is to our Jefferson staff, who's going to step up and be the next Albert. These kids need it. And you're a walk away, Albert. Keep coming by. You can run your laps around here. And on the first day I had my bike, I still haven't forgiven Albert because he crashed it. So, Albert, thank you for all you do, and definitely gonna miss you. And Gloria, your retirement's over now. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
So I'm really happy to be here today. I want to start by saying thank you to Principal Siv for extending the invitation to Senator Hurtado's office, and thank you to Cheryl Senn for, just putting it on our radar. But yeah, I'm at a loss of words, and I guess it's fate or it's luck that I happen to be here today. Mr. Polanco and Mr. Martinez, they were talking about ripples of effect for generations, and I think that I'm living proof of that ripple of effect. It's affected me. I was a student at Jefferson pre-K all the way to, what was it, you guys, 6th grade? I'm bringing it out there because I see a lot of my former teachers here who said hi to me, but yeah, it's a ripple effect, and kindness that you showed to the students, it lives on for a lot of years. So I'm very thankful to have the opportunity to speak here today. On behalf of Senator Hurtado's office, give you the recognition that you really do deserve for giving 50 years of service to the community. My mom would want me to say these words, so it's strange to come home to my elementary school, and coming home is really what it feels like. I see so many familiar faces, and it's strange to know that I'm here today to say goodbye to you, Albert, because I guess I always thought you would be a permanent fixture of Jefferson. I guess it's not like that. But in my memories, you'll always be a permanent fixture for Jefferson, for me. And for my brother Frankie, my sister Sandra, who came here before me as well, generations, again, of students that you impacted. Thank you for being another special memory for Jefferson. Thank you. So in recognition of your 50 years of outstanding service with Sanger Unified School District, thank you for your generosity and support for students' education and for impacting the lives of tens and thousands of families for multiple generations. Congratulations on your retirement, Albert. Thank you.
This was unplanned, but just we're gonna roll with the punches here. No, but for those of you that don't know, Albert, he was also the custodian here when I went to school, but through our bond, through our friendship, he's now my godfather. And I mean, I can't really say anything that anyone else hasn't really said or doesn't really already know. Albert, we're not here because of how long you've been here. We're here because of what you did while you were here. And the people you've touched and impacted is countless. Like I told you, we could fill up this room 5 more times if we needed to. I mean, it's just I can't even imagine this school without you. You've been the foundation here, and the legacy that you have left, it can never be undone. I don't think they'll ever find anybody to replace you. They could try, but I don't think it's gonna happen. But I mean, I don't know what else to say, Albert. I love you so much, and you know that you mean the world to me. You mean the world to your staff, the students over the years, and your impact has transcended generations. You know, my mom went here, I went here, my brother went here, my youngest sister went here, and they're forever gonna know who Albert Mendoza is and the legacy that he left here. So thank you so much, Albert. We love you.
First of all, I just want to thank God for the 50 years that He gave me here. For this district, the students I touched, I mean, the staff and teachers that I met throughout my career here at Jefferson. But before I go on, the 50 years that I spent with the district, I started at the Sanger High School, which is the old WAMS now. I was 6 years there, and then 44 had been here at Jefferson. And I look back, and it wasn't about. There was a custodian at one time that wanted had more seniority than me. Phil Hernandez over at Madison would always tell me that I was trying. And when he retired, that I was trying to be his record. Phil, I said, it's not about your record.
It's about loving your job. A quote that I like so much from Tyler Perry is, if you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. When you love your work, it doesn't feel like work. It's not a burden. It's something you absolutely wholeheartedly love. And that has stuck with me, because it's not about what you make, how much you make, and in this field, you guys mentioned students. This week, the kids were making all kinds of posters for me, letters, sending me letters, and a little first grader brought me this that his uncles had given to him that were students that went through here to Sacred High. And one said, and again, we're told from time to time that we never know what kind of day these kids are going to have, what kind of homes they come from, their background. Sometimes we don't know if this is the only meal that they get. So this particular student, former student, wrote, one time a student threw away my breakfast. Albert asked me if I was okay because I was crying. He gave me a new breakfast. I will never forget how happy he helped me feel. Love always, Andy Lopez. And then the other brother wrote, in every day there are 1,440 minutes. That means that we have 1,440 daily opportunities to make a positive impact. And you, Albert, took every one of those seconds and made an impact on every student's lives. James Lopez. So I wanted to share that today. But back to me. I don't write anything down because, like I tell you, again, I just want to thank Sanger Unified for the great 50 years that they've given me, and for like to acknowledge my aunties and my sister, my niece and her husband, my son and my daughter-in-law and my grandsons, and my wife whose vacation is over. And again, thanks for the memories. Thank those of you that showed up from that have were previous Tigers. You know that we always keep in touch. So again, I just I'm gonna miss it. But as this chapter closes, see what my next one. I'm not one to. I don't want to say I want to do this. I want to do that. I'm just gonna take a day at a time and then take it from there. So again, thank you. I appreciate it. Sanger and Jefferson will always be here in my heart.